Welcome to episode 18 of Spiritual Combat 101 podcast, where we help beginners embark on their spiritual journey by unlocking the basics of spiritual warfare. Today, we're diving into the significance of fasting in our spiritual battles. Fasting isn't just about abstaining from food, it's a powerful spiritual discipline that strengthens our connection with God, as Matthew 6 verses 16 to 18 tells us. Let's understand how fasting draws us closer to God and helps us seek His will in spiritual warfare. Fasting is a potent weapon in spiritual warfare, enabling believers to break strongholds and release God's power, just like in Matthew 17 verse 21. Let's engage in fasting as a strategic tool, knowing that it accelerates breakthroughs and positions us for victory over the enemy. Acts 13 verses 2 to 3 shows us that fasting enhances spiritual discernment and sensitivity to God's voice. Let's use fasting to sharpen our spiritual discernment, enabling us to perceive His leading clearly in spiritual warfare. Fasting is a posture of humility and dependence on God, seeking His intervention and deliverance, as Joel 2 verse 12 exhorts. Let's seek God earnestly through fasting, repenting of sin, and crying out for His mercy and intervention in every spiritual battle we face. Isaiah 58 verse 6 reveals that fasting breaks bondages and strongholds, releasing individuals from the grip of sin and oppression. Let's engage in fasting to break every chain of bondage in our lives and the lives of others, knowing that God's power is unleashed through this spiritual discipline. Fasting accelerates breakthroughs and victories in spiritual warfare, positioning believers for divine intervention and supernatural favor, as Esther 4 verse 16 illustrates. Let's engage in fasting as a catalyst for breakthroughs and victories, knowing that God honors the prayers and sacrifices of His people. Matthew 6 verses 17 to 18 teaches us the importance of maintaining a lifestyle of fasting and prayer. Let's cultivate a lifestyle of fasting and prayer, seeking God's presence and power in every season of life and spiritual warfare. Fasting is a transformative spiritual discipline that strengthens our connection with God and empowers us to engage in effective spiritual warfare. By understanding its purpose, embracing it as a weapon, seeking God's intervention, breaking bondages, accelerating breakthroughs, and maintaining a lifestyle of fasting, we can experience the transformative power of fasting in our lives and circumstances. Thank you for joining us on Spiritual Combat 101, the art of spiritual warfare. Remember, as you engage in fasting, you'll experience the breakthroughs and victories that God has prepared for you in every battle.